From the very beginning, there are elements that speak to the entirety of the message, and they're very clear, and they're very powerful, and they're really beautiful. I love the paint drop, almost the oil drop effect as you transition through the pictures. I love the transitioning of going from black and white to color, almost as if to say, like, yes, these tribes are still here, they're still relevant, they are they are more knowledgeable about the climate crisis than possibly any other group, and they need our help. All of those things are really clearly communicated in like the first 30 seconds of the short. I thought that was very powerful. I love the lighting. I thought the lighting and the sound really worked beautifully together. The narrator says something about how environmentalism and understanding nature is almost a conversation with nature, and we have to be in conversation with nature in order to save it. And this short definitely felt like it was in conversation with nature, down to like just the coloring and the shots and the lighting. All of those things were both really complimentary of like the brown skinned humans that are on screen, but also nature. You really do feel as though you are a part of this organism, and I think that helps even more to better bolster the argument and the message. I love that there's no Westerners at all in the short. There's only the members of the tribe, and they are like solely responsible for telling this story. And I think that it was really smart to have them highlight and have their words be said in their like to have them narrate this story without any sort of Western influence, other than like the fact that they like other than like our participation as an audience member. All of those things are really smart, and again, really beautiful.
I thought it was moving. I thought it was stirring. I think this film speaks to the interconnectedness of nature and people. And it comes with a really important message, which is to protect nature specifically from Western people. This film has just beautiful, poetic shots of nature and of the Kogi people and of the landscape. It really manages to convey the great depth and scope of the Sierra landscape. Um, it also conveys the great depth of the Kogi culture and just the richness of their culture. The film, was very illuminating on the Kogi people themselves as well.
Really a beautifully put together short film. I think the filmmaker made such smart decisions with the visuals, especially because they managed to really highlight this land and this area without distracting from the main message of that this tribe and the people who are indigenous to this land should have rightful access and ownership of this land. I also think this shot's specifically focusing on the greenery and just the lands in general, once again, just hit the message home of saying that these lands deserve to be protected and they hold so much knowledge and history that is worth protecting and taking care of. So, um, yeah, I think this was just a really well done film.
I thought this had a really nice opening. I really liked the music and the effects and the visuals of the opening. And I liked that it started in black and white and then changed to color. I thought that was cool. It kept me intrigued. You know the purpose of this right away. I like that they spelled it out as well with the actual words of what's going on here, who these people are and what they're trying to do. The purpose was just so spelled out, and I really liked that. Beautiful camera work. I mean, the landscape and the nature is so beautiful, and I think, again, I think I said good music as well. I just really liked the flow of this, the pacing, and the people that were in it, and I really liked the fact that this is another just wonderful environmental film. We always need reminders to take care of our environment, and I like the purpose of this and what their intent is, and I hope they get to buy their land back and continue to preserve it.
So I was on board right from the very beginning, and that's a really, really cool thing. I think that the soundtrack that they used for this was absolutely stunning. It had such a beautiful score to it, but yet there was a haunting quality about it too, with some of the minor notes that they used in it. Cinematography, fantastic. They did such a wonderful job with this, and this film has such an important message to it too. So I hope that for the filmmakers and the audiences who are seeing this, I hope that it not only raises awareness, but it also raises the funds so that the Kogis can actually buy back their land.
Being able to tell like the full story of something, being really educational. That's why I like watching documentaries in the first place. I like learning. And so being able to learn something, but also feel endeared and want to investigate more, see what the next steps could be. All of those things to me are like a great sign of a documentary, and this had that.
It shows like the importance of nature. I think it does a really good job of showing the message that they're trying to get across about preserving nature. And I think it's a lot of beautiful shots, and like the man who's telling us everything, he has a very good message too. And I think it's very well done.